Hey everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here. It's the start of a new week, so it's time for a new set of weekly adventures. So we have a 1-star, 1.5 star, and a 3-star adventure. Pretty low, to be honest. Normally, this is a bit higher, and this is normally like 3.5 or 4. So pretty low star as far as the weeks. So up first, we have Zed No Looking Back. When the player has no cards in their hand, their units have 2/2. This is a terrible power. I don't recommend trying to play around it, because this is an effect that is only active while you have no cards. So if you happen to draw a card, then these stats are just immediately gone. And then also having no cards in your hands means you have no option. So if the enemy tries to do anything, there's nothing you can do to stop it. You just have a couple extra stats that normally aren't really going to help you out. Now, if you happen to be playing a champion and while you're attacking, you could like discard so you have no cards for your attack, then sure, go ahead and do that. But in general, don't try to be playing around this power. So really for this one, you're just going up against Zed, and it's only a 1-star. So just go in with a plan for dealing with their Zed, whether that be a stun, a frostbite, a little bit of removal, a lot of different options. And really, since this is just a 1-star, you should be able to clear with just about anyone. I don't really recommend trying to work around this power. I think it's more of a trap and a bait than anything else. Now, the 1.5 star, we have Tranquil Mines. So each round, the player's first Ionia card costs 1 less to play. So the Ionia champions, I believe that's just Yasuo, Lee Sin, Master Yi, and Set. So one of those champions for this one, if you want to benefit from this modifier. And Minimalist. This is actually one of my favorite powers in the game. So game start, the player starts with 2 extra mana gems, but doesn't get any more at round start. Now, if you're using one of the relics that gives you an extra mana gem, so if you have one of the pearls left, or if you are using like Starforged or Nora's Epic Relic, this just gives you 2 extra mana. It's not setting you at like 4 mana. So if you start with 1 extra mana, this would actually bring you up to 5 mana gems. So just bear that in mind. But this is really an interesting one. You need to take your early game and try to end as soon as possible, because you're never getting extra mana, but the enemy is. So the longer you let the game go on, the more the enemy is going to be able to catch up and then surpass you, because they're going to have more mana to play with. So going with some champions that can be very aggressive early and have a very cheap deck, for example, like Samira. I know that's not exactly one of the ones for the Tranquil Mines, but Samira is one I think is amazing for the minimalist. But you could also go for any of the Ionia champions we mentioned. That would be fine, because while those regions have some more expensive champions that can be a 5 cost, such as like Set or Lee Sin, because the Tranquil Mines will still be able to get them discounted down to a 4 cost and play them right away, so it still wouldn't be too bad. Also, you can still increase the amount of mana gems you have, you just can't do it at the start of the round. So if you wanted to play someone that has ways to get extra mana gems, such as like Elder Dragon or Set, you would still be able to do that. So there's a lot of different ways you can take this one, but if you want to benefit from both of these modifiers, I think your best option will actually be Master Yi, because you can play him right away, get the reduction for the Tranquil Mines, and then use all of your spells and your pretty cheap deck to just overwhelm the enemy very quickly. Master Yi, probably the best bet, but really, any of the Ionia decks will be fine. Any decks that are more focused on early game decks, such as like Samira, or you can even go for some of those ramp decks that can get extra mana gems and still be all right. But best bet for both of these, Master Yi, in my opinion. All right, last up then, 3 stars. So we have Dune Striders. So Shurima cards cost 1 less to play. Undying Rage, Trademir power. First time the foe would die, they get all these keywords instead. And the Vicious Enemy. Now, if you want to go for the Dune Striders, the Shurima champions are Nidalee, Talia, Kaisa, and Nasus. Nidalee would be the best here. She's an incredibly strong champion, and in my opinion, the best Shurima champion by far. Talia could also be solid if you have her up to 3 stars, and especially if you can run the Starforged Gauntlet build on her, because she is very good there. Nasus and Kaisa are both a lot more hit or miss. You could play them here if you really like them, but I would probably avoid it. That being said, this 1 cost reduction every round isn't that big of a deal, so if you just want to pull out your OP champions for this, like LeBlanc, Diana, Aurelion Sol, Jinx, any of that would still be solid here. That being said though, for Jinx, the Tough will counter you if you're really trying to use your passive damage from your star powers to take out enemy targets. The Tough will be pretty difficult for that, but still overall Jinx is super overpowered, so you'd still be fine. For me, especially on my low level account where I don't have as many options, I would definitely use Nidalee here. And then Master Yi, I actually don't think I have Master Yi on my low level account, but if I did, I would definitely use Master Yi right here. And then for this one, I'd actually probably use Jinx, just blast through it. And if there's like a specific attack that I can be at 0 cards just for the attack, so it's a little bit stronger, then I would maybe do that there. That's all from me though. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this set of weeklies. I hope to see you all over on my Twitch stream in about an hour, and I hope you all have a great day.